What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another The Hunter of the Wild video. And in today's video, I'll be showing you some trophy highlights, mainly around to the coast, and the last few trophies I got off the map. So starting off with the first trophy, actually was my first ever 9 legendary brown bear. I've been wanting one of these for so long, and at the time of finding this, well, actually before finding this, it wasn't even on my radar to find this type of animal. So I was quite surprised when spotting this. But after finding this guy in multiplayer, I didn't even know what to say, to be honest. It was in multiplayer, so I didn't want to take my time or anything because I actually really like bears, I guess. But even though they're going on my wall, but yeah, I take out the 300 round and I just wait to find a shot on this guy, and for some reason he was just getting alert a lot. Well, given I was standing in the open, but I don't know why he was getting so alert, so easily, I guess, even though he's not necessary. So moving in on claiming him here, you can tell, like, I needed to get this guy up so quickly because I just ran and claimed him up instantly. But at the time of shooting him, I actually did not know if I vital organ hit him because it was kind of far back for a shot, but it wasn't terrible. Moving on to the next trophy, it is a 3 very easy Western Capercaillie, and I didn't even know he was right next to me. He just kind of popped out of nowhere. Kind of just spawned in, I guess. I don't even know. But as you could see there, I grabbed my shotgun out as quickly as I could, popped him twice, and took him down. Moving on to claiming him here, I didn't even think he was going to make diamond because his trophy score wasn't even that high. But he did actually end up making it by point 0.1, and I was actually pretty pleased about that. Moving on to the next trophy, I was running around on Revan to the Coast, as one does, and I actually ended up spotting a 3 very easy black grouse. And for some reason, these guys always just sneak up on me, so I just end up panicking. I shoot him there, and I think I hit him with one pellet or something, and I had to track him for what felt like forever. Moving on to claim him here, I was really hoping that this guy made diamond, even though I already have one. And does actually end up making diamond, pretty average one, I would say. And I just really like how these guys look. I just love these trophies. Moving on to my favorite clip of the video. As you can see here, I end up finding a albino brown bear, and these guys are not easy to find, I can tell you that much. So as I spot them, it is a female, but honestly, I don't even care. It's more for the looks at the end of the day, and it could have been a silver male as well, so it doesn't even matter. But I wanted to take a pretty safe shot that I felt comfortable taking. And this is also in multiplayer, so I kind of had to rush. And as you can see, I'm pretty much struggling here to get them alert. But I eventually do here. And yeah, I just keep jumping, getting alert. I got the alert right there, and I just popped him real quick. And I knew that was a great shot. And it doesn't even matter if I screw it up because it doesn't really have a shot at gold. But at the end of the day, it's still a really good trophy because it's more for the looks. And yeah. Moving on to me claiming them here, I just love how these look. Not only because they're super rare, but they actually look good, and you can tell it's a trophy. Unlike the diamonds, you can't tell if it's any bigger or not. That's why I just love the rares for the bears. Moving on to the next clip here, I end up spotting a massive level 3 whitetail buck. And before this, I think my biggest whitetail was a 270 point, 8 or something. I haven't had much luck with big 270 bucks, but I knew this guy was going to be absolutely massive, and it was on multiplayer, so um, I end up taking him decently quickly once I find a good shot to take him at. And I am using the Coachmate lever action rifle. I do really enjoy this weapon, not only because it the reload is nice, but also the shot sound is nice. It's just a good weapon. It goes from class level 4 to 9. It's kind of OP. As you can see, I dropped him with a heart shot. It wasn't. I don't think it was too risky of a shot. I'm pretty comfortable taking those shots. Moving on to me claiming him here. I just went to inspect them and stuff, and I knew that guy was gonna be massive. And he did end up being 271.3, my biggest whitetail buck at the current moment, and he is actually pretty uneven, which is kind of surprises me why he's scored so high. But yeah, I don't even care. I just still love how whitetail look, and they're just pretty nice. Moving on to the next clip here, I was running through Reventuli, doing my casual Reventuli multiplayer hunt, and I actually end up spotting a candy geese right over my head. And I always see these, but I always like try to find a not like a big and like fine medium here. I actually end up finding a fine medium. I try to find it. I end up finding it, but it was like 300 meters away. I shoot like 14 shots is what it felt like, and I actually end up losing this guy. So I ended up um, coming back with a collar this time, and I went back out to where I was originally, and here I was putting it in my inventory because I didn't. And to be honest, I kind of thought I was gonna lose this guy forever because typically people kind of have a hard time, um, like after losing a geese, they have a hard time like getting it back and finding it. So I end up navigating it, getting in my inventory, and I'm laying down. This is kind of a shambles situation. I just wanted to get the guy, and I call him literally twice, literally first attempt, and I hear geese calling. Um, and right here you can see his herd spawned right in front of my head, right there, right there. There he is, and I honestly wasn't expecting it, cause that should never happen, to be honest. And I try to find him in the herd. I end up fighting him right there, and I keep popping shots. I don't know why, but I was fully confident I was gonna get this guy. Smoke his buddy there. He's gone. And then I end up smoking him from a mile away, and then I end up tracking him. Moving on to me claiming him here, I think he flew like 300 meters ish. It actually was a really far shot. There he is. I ended up picking him up, and he was a 8.9. It wasn't like a huge diamond, but it still is a diamond. I still love the candy geese, and they're just one of the better geese species. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.